What's really fucking good, y'all? It's your boy Mill.
Your boy Pat.
And y'all are tapped in right now to a special wild card edition of On Base Soil, brought to you by yours truly, the one and only, the boys from OBS, talking this football shit. Shout out everybody in the chat going crazy. Everybody go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on your damn notifications so you know when your boys go live like this morning. My boy Pat, I'm super juiced for some football today. How you doing?
Good, man. Good weekend. You know what I'm saying? Chilling. Had to come drop y'all an episode real quick before we kick off all these games and all that good shit, man. So excited to get this out.
Shout out everybody in the chat right now pulling up. Rocking New Air, of course. First one in the building. 11 a.m. on a Saturday. What is this our first? Is this our first Saturday show?
I think so. I don't remember.
I think so. Y'all are in for a treat. Kev Stone in the building. Yes, they're really out here just doing whatever. Man, that's why y'all gotta have your notifications turned on. Y'all says you know we go live. My boy Sal is definitely with us though. I'm here for it. Shout out my boy in the building. Y'all know y'all ain't doing nothing else, man. Y'all get ready for football, man. D Mick 1212 in the building. Shout out gang violence, my boy.
Bro, it's been 2 years and you can't get this man's name right. The Mike. I don't know. I don't know why I see Demick. He done corrected you about 10 times.
Shout out Demick. Shout out my boy 1212 in the building. I apologize. That is so funny. Jalen Frey in the building. Oh, shout out gang in the building too. Jalen Frey, Vegas in the building. Yes, no, yeah. Shout out fam in the building, tapping in while watching Cooper Flag go off. Heard he just dropped 40 on niggas. Bro, is there any world where the Warriors can tank and possibly get a lottery chance at Cooper Flag?
I mean, I doubt the lottery odds would be in our favor to do that, but because he's going number one.
I know, but I know teams right now like the Trailblazers, they got only like 6 wins and shit like that. And we're kind of in that middle pack tier, but damn, you're saying 0 chance at Cooper Flag right now.
Yeah, we have 19 wins, and these teams out here with 6, 8, 7. Like it's
man. Yeah, it would be nice in a perfect world because the Dubs are slowly spiraling out of control. But we are here to talk football with y'all today, as we will get back into the Warriors next week. This week, the Niners did have a little bit of shakeups in the actual organization. Moves at offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and special teams coach got fired this week. And y'all know Nick Sorsen definitely got the boot as well, too. Looking at it, I believe Kyle did go ahead and put what's brother's name? Is it Kubiak's son as the
Clay
OC right now?
Yeah.
Clay Kubiak is the new offensive coordinator for the Niners, but Kyle Shanahan will still be calling plays for the game. What do you think the OC title means to be an OC but not call the plays, man?
I mean, he's not the only person in the league that's like that. So,
who else does that?
Andy Reid calls his own plays. I know. I think Sean McDermott calls the defense for the Bills. So there's a lot of coaches that still call plays for their teams.
But they have coordinators for those positions. I mean, I remember Eric Bieniemy, of course, was like technically the OC for the Chiefs. I feel like he was calling plays when he was with Andy Reid and them.
Maybe, but he ain't no more.
Yes, of course. But I'm just saying, like, if you're promoting me to be the offensive coordinator, shouldn't I have the play calling duties? Knock out?
No, that's not how that works.
That's not how that works. So if you got promoted at your job, but your boss still wants to be able to do what you're doing, is that even a promotion?
If they pay you more, it is.
Yes, if they pay you more, but I mean, pretty much like, is it a bullshit title? Like, if he's not gonna be calling plays, what's the point of putting him OC?
To coordinate the offense, that don't necessarily mean you're the play caller. Yes,
so
that typically falls upon that person, but it's not necessarily. Like, I don't understand.
So
you making a big ass deal about it. It's really not that big of a deal.
I mean, it's kind of a big deal if Kyle can't give up powers and you got me at OC, like, so I'm just gonna be calling the plays and it just
Mike
waiting for you
McDaniels
to
didn't
give a
call
yes.
plays. Like
he was the run game coordinator, I believe, for the 49ers, not the OC.
Nobody has called plays under Kyle Shanahan.
So why would you promote him to OC?
And he was OC. What are you talking about? The run game coordinator was
not
he was the run game. He was the offensive coordinator. He was run game coordinator.
The run game coordinator.
And the offensive coordinator. Do you know who coordinated the run game this year?
I've never seen Mike McDaniels with the offensive coordinator title for the 49ers. Prove me wrong.
You're tripping, bro.
So you're saying Mike McDaniels was calling plays or
no? He never called plays. Our offensive coordinator never called plays.
Yes, I know, because Kyle doesn't want to give up that power. So why would you put me as the OC if I can't call the plays?
Your job is to be the offensive coordinator. I don't understand. That doesn't mean you call plays. Like there's not the same.
Put in the chat right now. Does the offensive coordinator call plays or not? Because bro, that's literally what the defensive coordinator calls the plays for the DC for the defense.
If the head coach doesn't, but if your head coach calls the defense, then you're not going to do that. I don't.
So you wouldn't be called the DC then.
Bro, yes, you are. I don't know what you're talking about. Mike McDaniels was our offensive coordinator, bro. He coordinated the run game, which was part of his task as the offensive coordinator.
Mike McDaniels was the run game coordinator.
Bro, you're tripping, bro. Right. The man who just got Chris Kasarik is our run game coordinator. Not Chris Kasarik, but dude that does the offensive line coach. He's our run game coordinator right now. So is he not the offensive line coach because he's the run game coordinator? Like, what are you talking about?
If he's the offensive line coach, he coaches the offensive line. He doesn't call the offensive line coach. Doesn't call. There's no specific plays for the offensive line though.
Bro, but the offensive line coach is our run game coordinator. Yes. That's what I'm trying to say.
But that person,
so Mike McDaniels was our offensive coordinator and our run game coordinator.
No, he was the run game coordinator.
And the offensive coordinator. What do you like? That's a part of his task. The offensive line coach is our run game coordinator now. That does not mean he's just the run game coordinator.
So Mike McDaniels served as OC, so I stand corrected, from 2017 to 2022 within his fifth season of the 49ers.
Exactly. So
do you feel like he was calling the plays though?
No. So nobody calls plays. Kyle's always called plays.
Offensive coordinator, I feel like, bro, you should be the one that's calling plays out there instead of you know what I'm saying?
If your coach doesn't call plays. But if your coach calls plays, then you're not going to do that. That's just how it works. Like people that call the defense for their teams, their defensive coordinator doesn't call plays. Like just if your coach doesn't do it, then you do it. But if not, then you do
it. Exactly. So that's why you have the title.
Bro. That does not say offensive play caller. Your name is coordinate. You coordinate the offense. You come up with the offensive game plan.
Yes, but in the game, you should be able to execute those game plans as well by calling out the plays in real time, like Greg Roman does for the Chargers, or, you know what I'm saying, OC. I mean, even when Eric Bieniemy was there for the Chiefs, like, I'm sure he called the plays and ran it by Andy, which it sounds like what they're trying to do with Kubiak. But I'm just like, bro, damn, bro, you got to, I mean, why would you even give me the title?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Jalen Price says the 49ers offensive coordinator position is just for comp picks when they get hired as a head coach. That's interesting. So that means it's just pretty much a strategic move for when they do move up, we are able to get those comp picks. Like that. Sal says typically, yes, they call plays, but there are hella teams that have coordinators that do not call plays as well. Okay. I stand corrected. And Rocky New York says the players got to execute plays. All right, not mad at that. But still, just interested that Kyle wouldn't just want to give up power like that and still be the play caller while giving me the OC. But with DC, Robert Saleh was interviewed this week and is in the running to be the defensive coordinator for the 49ers, which sounds like if he doesn't get a head coaching job, then it'll pretty much be the DC. Or they might go for, they said maybe Brandon Staley is an internal candidate. Do you think Robert Saleh will get a head coaching job or be the defensive coordinator for us?
I feel like those are his those are his two options. Like I feel like if he doesn't get a head coaching job, it's kind of his job to take. But I may, they may go in a different direction. But I just think that's kind of how it's gonna play out. He's gonna see if he gets a head coaching position. If not, then I think he come on home.
Man. Is that your favorite for your DC right now that you want? And anybody else?
Yeah, I feel like the familiarity and the like we've seen him do it before, so I feel like that would probably be my favorite for our DC.
End up getting the best out of Nick Bosa, as my boy, you know what I'm saying, had a little fall off this last year, so that would definitely be good. Hopefully, if he comes back, that'll entice them to, which I think they're still trying to do in terms of paying Dre Greenlaw and having him come back. If you had to choose between bringing Dre back or your twin, because that's possibly gonna he's gonna have to be probably one of the ones that they probably let go in order to pay for him. If not, I guess Mooney Ward in terms of the cap hit. But would you want them to keep Huff or Dre? If you had to choose,
probably Dre.
Yeah. More impact on the team and everything.
Yeah, I just feel like his presence has felt a little bit more, and Huff's been kind of in and out the lineup pretty much 2 years. So,
yeah. I feel like Huff, man, even though he makes big plays, they got the safeties already with Jair and Malik, so that'll just kind of be easy to replace. Even though they got D winners, but like Dre Greenlaw, like when that nigga started this year, bro, it was definitely way more of an impact than what we had been seeing out there. So
yeah.
I would say Dre. $14 million a year, I think is what he wants. They could pay that if you let go. For sure worth it, definitely. Papa J, shout out to Gang in the building, says not even Mike McDaniels was calling plays when he was with the 49ers, which is why he was the offensive coordinator / one game coordinator. But I stand corrected. He was the OC though. Jay the First says solid interview. Shanny, do you want it? Yeah. If I don't get a head coaching job, it's yours, says Shanny. Pretty much. I'm like, he actually came into the building and everything for the interview, which is pretty funny. So I mean,
right.
What would you? It's probably not even nothing to really talk about. Honestly, it's just like
yeah. I mean, that's probably how. Yeah, literally.
Like, what options are you looking at? Where are you gonna be going? I mean, would you rather be the head coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars or the DC for the 49ers next year?
I mean, I'd rather be a head coach. It don't matter who the team is.
I knew you were gonna say that. I know the Jaguars though. It'd be like, I mean, you're going for the bag, of course, but it's just like, man, the Jaguars. It feels like that's just always the open. Like it's like the Lakers coaching job. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever gets that, you're gonna be out of there in probably like 2 years anyway. But you could possibly come back to the Niners and win a Super Bowl ring at DC. You would still take the head coaching job.
Yeah. And it's like they got Trevor Lawrence too, so you ain't just starting from complete scratch. Like you already kind of got a quarterback who's, decent. I wouldn't say he's great, but he's got potential, allegedly.
And he's good at defense too, which is what they need. So
yeah,
I could possibly work. Brian Thomas Jr., shout out to my fantasy team.
Right.
Well, I'm definitely gonna try and draft Brian Thomas. He's on the list next season. not gonna lie.
He was
hooping. Sal says Robert is interviewing for head coaching jobs as of now. If he doesn't land a head coaching job, he'll be a great DC for a team. In my opinion, definitely.
Yeah.
And Jay LaProy says he's gonna go Dre Greenlaw over Huff 10 times out of 10. We saw the emotional impact for Dre, and he had in one game this year. The defense was just different, bro.
I mean, I agree, but Huff made an impact too, because like he immediately came back, started calling plays, making plays, and still had a cast on it. So it's like, you noticed the impact when Huff got back too. Like the defense seemed way more confident. But I agree that Greenlaw, it's like when he's out there, it's a glaring difference.
I feel like you could probably try and keep if you try and keep them both, because realistically, I probably would let Hargrave go, Mooney Ward, I don't want to let Banks go, but it's like it depends on what the number is. But if we could bring back Huff and Dre, like that would be for sure ideal. Yeah. Now, I don't think. I mean, you think Huff's going? You think he has like a big number out there on the market?
I'm sure he will. He's all pro safety.
That is true. Rock in the Era says Hufanga's always hurt, only been healthy in one season. Yeah, definitely. Shout out my boy Mark, gang violence in the building, gang this motherfucker lightweight with my closed eyes before this pod started. No, for real, I know it's a little early for some folks, but man, we got games coming up, man. Oh, Mark, yes, saw this one. I want Ben Johnson. Raiders. Their fans are down in the dumps right now as well too. But Ben Johnson on the Raiders, like it?
I see him going not to the Raiders. Honestly.
Not to the Raiders?
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna go somewhere who already has a quarterback. So
yeah, with that offense, for sure. And then for us here, we had some games this week with the college playoffs. Last night's game with Ohio State and Texas ended up being a good game. Quinn Ewers get ready to learn Belichick, as my boy threw, or he didn't throw that pick, but ended up having a fumble for the game last night. And then Penn State went ahead and lost to Notre Dame the day before, which was a pretty good game as well too. But there was two players in those games that I liked for the 49ers at 11. Abdul Carter with the Darth Vader eye patch. Shout out to Star Wars fans. If you know, you know. And Kelvin Banks Jr. for the tackle on Texas. Are you familiar with these two players' games? And would you like either one of them at that 11th pick right now?
I've seen a little bit of both of them the other night. So, I mean, I'd have to do a little bit more research, but they both seem solid. I wouldn't be mad. We have to build our team up through the line, both sides, I feel like, this year in the draft. So I'm not really expecting us to make a splash pick, but if we can get a good pass rusher or a good somebody to protect the quarterback that's solid out there. I heard or I've seen Brad Graham talking about the tackle from LSU. If he falls, he wants to get him as well. So yeah, I'm
Lumpkin or something.
Yes, I don't remember his name, but yeah, I'm with that. Like, get us an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman, and I'll be happy. I ain't gonna say. Obviously, they have to pan out, and I'm gonna have to watch a little bit more film on either one of them. But
yeah.
I would definitely be happy with that.
Kelvin Banks Jr. started every game at Texas, so durability is gonna be big. Probably could swap him over at the right tackle for your man Cole McKivitz. Yeah. Even though he didn't play as bad by the numbers and PFS status as everyone thinks, but still feel better with the youngin out there, Kelvin Banks Jr. Put him at right tackle and let him switch over to left tackle when Trent Williams retires, shit like that. And then just getting another edge rusher for Nick Bosa on that other side, I feel like it's big. Leonard Floyd played good. Would be down for him coming back, but like still could always use more pass rush. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I would prefer to him be in spots rather than our every down the end.
The rookie
Floyd.
Oh, Leonard Floyd. I was like more like that's kind of how they used to use D Ford as well too. In 2019, you know what I'm saying? Just put him on there on passing down, start down. So
yeah,
I would
D Ford more so because that motherfucker was always hurting. But yes,
definitely for sure. But put him in spots, you know what I'm saying? And go ahead and let him just do what he got to do to get to the quarterback. I am definitely for that. Papa J says if Robert Saleh goes to the 49ers for a year or two and wins a Super Bowl, he could have a head coaching job with a much better team than what he's being offered right now, in my opinion. That's pretty interesting.
Yes, but you're asking for a lot of things to fall correctly in order for that thing to happen when you got a position potentially in your face right now. You got to go with, my opinion, I would go with what's on the table more so than what could be you got, like you said, you got to win a Super Bowl. Then, like, you feel me? Yes, that's always the goal. But
you're right. No, you're right. It's not as easy as we're making it sound. Is that so?
Right.
You like a lot of things got you like a lot of things
Yeah,
got to
like,
get
yeah,
place,
exactly.
like winning the Super Bowl. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, I feel like he still would be a top candidate though if we go like a deep
Regardless, for
playoff
sure.
run.
Yeah.
And what teams are out there right now? That I mean, the Raiders. No, I don't think he pretty much went through that with the Jets. The Jaguars. You got Trevor Lawrence. You got some offense, so you could. Honestly, that's probably the best looking spot right now for him. And then the Patriots. I mean, would you use the Patriots or?
I would, but I don't see that really being a spot for him either. I think Patriots are going Vrabel.
Yeah, that's more of a. I don't know why they. I mean, and I shout out to my boy that was their coach last. They tried the whole thing with the black coach. You know what I'm saying? Yes, no, bro. They tried it. I think it was just a little too soon. Like your boy when they said on PFF, the guy before the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like probably a little too soon with a black coach in New England, but
especially the one that ain't never coached before. Like, why you got this man following up the greatest coach of all time? Like, bro, what are we doing?
And they didn't. I mean, they did bad, but it's like, bro. Like, I mean, they showed
what
some
were they
flashes.
expected to do?
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, they wasn't going to the playoffs, bro. Like,
bro, we was arguing about them, the Giants, and the Panthers having the worst teams. Like before the season even started, like we were talking about them having the worst roster. So what was he really expected to do, bro?
That's true. That's true. I feel like Drake May showed some things too. So yeah, no, they did. They did Gerard Mayo bad. You know what I'm saying? No cap. And Pierce too. Even though Pierce felt like the setup guy in in Las Vegas, Oakland, in Vegas, but
he just never felt like he was. I don't know. Like I felt like they just last year happened. They was like, fuck it, let him ride it out. He got him hype right now, but he never just felt like a head coach to me, honestly.
Intern coaches never really last anyway in the league. Like it's usually bam, one and done anyway. So
right.
That was still funny shit when he said he called out Devontae Adams, bro. Niggas out here making business decisions.
He said we gonna make some business decisions and traded his ass.
That's so funny. Mark says, out of nowhere, Deion Sanders now is interested in the Raiders. No, he does not. He said, whoever drafts both of my sons, I'll have interest with. But I think Prime, man. Prime be
what comes first, the chicken or the egg?
Right. You would have to, bro. Antonio Pierce is gone now. He's already fired. So there's no way you can just wait till after the draft to hire Deion Sanders. So
right.
Like, you're either gonna take the job now or you're not gonna do it, brother. So
right.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Like, because I felt Coach Prime too, and this is why I kind of got off him when he went to Jackson State. We Ryan for that shit. He hyped him up and everything. We're gonna hype up the HBCU league and everything like that. But then he just dipped. And I felt some type of way about it, but that's why I'm just like, man, sometimes, like, bro, and even when we was talking about this week with the 49ers, you know what I'm saying? It's lying season. Coaches be lying. Everybody's always lying, bro. Like, niggas would not be faithful like that. But, I mean, do you think he would dip on Colorado and just go back to the league?
Hell yeah, he would. The fuck? Yeah. For sure. But I don't think he's about to, though. I think he's going to stay in college.
At least until Juju's done. Because I feel like it's less pressure in college anyway than the NFL. Like NFL, the coaches be getting chopped like every year.
I wouldn't say it's less pressure. I just think he get to do what the fuck he want to do.
That as well
with a college program. You feel me? And in a place like Boulder, y'all enrollment is up. I think like 400%. You know what I'm saying? Y'all money is up. Like so, like he Teflon in Colorado right now. Even if. Like, I'm sure the other schools, bigger schools, are trying to pry him away, but he's good right now. So I don't think, I think he likes a spot where he can have his hands on everything. You know what I'm saying? Do what he wants to do. As opposed to the NFL, it's a lot more politicking that goes on. I just think he wants to be left alone and let Prime do Prime.
Have you seen his locker room and his office? You know what I'm saying? In Colorado?
Not recently. I remember like a while ago.
The NFL locker room would not be able to let you rock like that. Like it low key look like his house, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just hella shoes, hella clothes everywhere. You got the DJ booth in the locker room. College is just a different beast, man. Like you said, you just get to really run the program how you want to run it for the most part. So yeah, I think he'll stay at Colorado for a little bit longer. definitely. Papa J says Raiders and the Jaguars are working out their fourth head coach since 2020. If Robert Saleh goes there, he's just going to be another victim of a bad organization and not be able to head coach anywhere else for a long time. I don't know. It depends on how it goes, bro. Yeah. It's. I mean, once you're kind of like the head in the head coaching like carousel ranks, and you don't do nothing like too crazy, I feel like you're always kind of up for a job. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm. No, that's real.
Plus, I mean, like you said. Oh, go ahead.
I would say any coach at the Jets, so I feel like people would give him a benefit of the doubt.
Plus, to what you said, just in terms of like taking the job now, it's like you might as well go ahead and do it now because I mean, even later on down the road, you don't know what it's going to look like in terms of having that opportunity to go ahead and be a head coach. So, yeah, I would say definitely. I'm agree with you. Just on go ahead and just getting that HC if they got it out there for you.
I mean, that's how they get all these head coaches to take these bullshit ass jobs. You feel me? Like with the Texans before D'Amico and them got there, like you feel me? Before they had CJ and like David Culley. It's like you get these motherfuckers to take this job knowing that don't nobody else really want this shit. But it's like shit, I might not get another chance. I gotta take this shit.
Especially if you go to the Raiders, I'm like, see, that's where Antonio Pierce fucked up and probably could have saved his job. Brock Bowers is raw, but you should have just did anything at all costs. I'm like, bro, I want a quarterback. Go get Michael Penix.
That motherfucker lost his job when he decided to wait till week 17 to start winning. That's his motherfucking problem. Like, you're fucking up the program. What are you doing?
They went into the you cannot.
When they asked him about it, that nigga said that's a Tom Tisseko, whatever to whatever Tom Tisseko question.
Oh yeah.
About the draft picks. He's like, you feel like you messed up the draft pick? Man, that's a Tom Telesco, man. That's a question for Tom. Man.
You shouldn't go into the league into a football season with Gardner Minshew as your quarterback, and your job is on the line. Like, come on, bro.
Seriously,
you got to just move up at all costs.
And Desmond Ritter. Like, what are we doing?
Like, nah. It's if I'm Robert Saleh and I go to the Raiders, like, bro, we just got to get a quarterback, bro. Whether it's Aaron Rodgers or we're in the draft, like, we're just gonna move up. Do what we got to do. So,
yeah.
Yep. On to today's slate of games, though. While y'all are here, a special Super Wildcard weekend. Starting off with Chargers versus Texans in Houston. Shout out my boy CJ Stroud, gang violence, if you know, you know. And tonight's special game with Lamar Jackson going against the Steelers. Wanted to kind of go over. We already picked pretty much all our teams of who we thought was going to win for these games. I thought we switched it up today and look at some X factors for the game today. Who you think? Not really, like, you know what I'm saying? We know CJ Stroud got a ball out. We know Justin Herbert has the ball out. X factors in terms of just a player that you think would have to probably go off in order for them to get the win for today. Who you going with for the Chargers and Texans for your X factors back?
Joe Mixon.
I
feel like if they can run the game, I feel like honestly that's really their team. If Joe Mixon goes off, they win. If he don't, they look like shit. I mean, obviously CJ, but you feel me? Like they have Joe Mixon where he be having them games like 3 touchdowns and they motherfucking blow motherfuckers out. Then the next game he'll have like 20 yards and they got 9 points. So I feel like it's Joe Mixon with them. Do I need to pick one for the Chargers too?
Defensive X factor for the Texans.
Stingley.
Hey, you took my pick. I was there. All right. Yeah, no. Stingley probably gonna have to go up against the young lad McConkey. That should be a pretty good matchup. Definitely, if he gets some picks on Justin Herbert today, I think that would be big key pick. I like that X factor. On the other side, for the Chargers, who are your X factors? OC, offense and defense.
I'm gonna go Quentin Johnson. We all know this man is a roller coaster ride. But I feel like when he be having like over 50 yards, they offense looks completely different. But when he when he can't catch, like they look like shit. But when they could throw him the ball and actually feel comfortable with it, so I'll go him. And defense, I will go Bosa.
Yeah, it's a pretty good.
When Bosa plays like Bosa, they're pretty good. And when he doesn't, their defense gets in trouble.
This is true. Nice and easy. Also, too, I forgot what you had said just in regards to the defense, but yeah, no, I like definitely those two. Oh, Quentin Johnson. That's what I was gonna say. Quentin Johnson be getting, bro, had his nigga in fantasy this year. Justin Herbert is gonna look for him like
for
a
sure.
lot of times. Bro, you ain't got no other options, bro. Like,
but he was doing cool like the first 3 weeks, and then he just forgot how to catch the ball all over again. It's like, bro, what the fuck?
I don't know what that is, but he be wide open, bro, and that shit just right off the hands. It's tough. But Justin Herbert gives him them looks, bro. So I do like that pick for you with Quentin Johnson. Go ahead and put him in your lineup if you pray prize pick. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. For me, X factor for the Texans on offense, I'm gonna go with Laramie Tunsil. Laramie Tunsil leads the league, I think, in holding, and he's really good. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Bong Lord. You know what I'm saying? Put what up if you got it, but really good left tackle. But if he is not able to stop your X factor, Bosa or Khalil Mack, that's going to be a problem for CJ. So go ahead and give him some time back there. I still like that as my X factor for the Texans. And then on the defensive side, I'm going to go Will Anderson. That's probably maybe too big of a name, not X factor. Or I mean Jimmy Ward. I would say Jimmy Ward, but he's injured, of course. But Will Anderson Jr. You know what I'm saying? You like it? You like it?
Yeah, because I feel like if he's dominating the game, then you feel me? It's gonna be, it's gonna be good for the Texans. But if they can find a way to contain him and not let him fly around the field, then Chargers probably gonna run away with it.
Nice, cool. I got Laramie Tunsil on offense, Will Anderson Jr., and then on defense, for the Chargers, I'm gonna go Lab McConkey for the show. That's gang violence. I'm gonna go to other receiver for the Chargers. He been going crazy, and I do want to see that Stingley matchup. It's gonna be lit. And then on defense for the Chargers, I'm gonna go. This isn't really X factor because everybody knows the name, but I want to go Derwin James, bro. Derwin James been going crazy this year for sure. If he goes off in terms of just like sack, because he be getting sacks this year too, bro. He sacks CJ, gets interceptions, gets some forced fumbles. Sure. I like Derwin James for sure.
Who we could have drafted over Mike McGlinchey, but that's a story for another day.
Right. Him with Jimmy Ward, that would have been fire.
I wanted him so bad, bro. That was really him, and I think who was the receiver? Was that CD that year? No, CD was no. CD was that was
2018.
Yeah, that was Kinlaw.
Yeah, that year exactly.
But no, it was McGlinchey. It was somebody else.
Was Marcus
James and it was a receiver. It was a receiver. Derwin James and somebody else.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
Yeah, could have, should have, would have.
Mike McGlinchey playing in the playoffs this weekend.
He is.
For the Ravens, yeah.
Bad as he is, he's in the playoffs.
For the Ravens game, Lamar going up against the Steelers. Who you got for your X factor for the Steelers on offense and defense?
Steelers, you know who I'm going with. Come on now.
Najee Harris?
Man, hell no, man. No, Slim Pickens, man. George Pickens, man. Come on. You know what time it is.
Yeah.
You know what time it is. The ultimate X factor. You know what I mean? Long as my man can play the whole game, let me not get enough physical altercation.
On the boxing glove, he wrapping up.
It's a ski mask game for sure. You feel me?
He wrapping up the tank.
Shiesty is gonna be in the building, so it's Pickens, man.
Pickens versus I think he's taking off today on Marlon Humphrey. I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and drop it. I feel like Marlon Humphrey is the type of nigga that's gonna really try, you know what I'm saying, talk that shit to George, and he's just gonna swing.
It's gonna get spunky, you feel me? So I'm gonna Pickens on offense. For defense, I'm gonna go Minka Fitzpatrick. Obviously, a big name, but
I
similar to
like that
Derwin
pick.
James.
I like
You feel
that
me?
pick.
When he's flying around the defense, getting picks, making sacks, forced fumbles, all that, their defense is like top notch, elite. So go Pickens and make Minka. For the Ravens, I'm gonna go Mark Andrews.
Okay.
Because no Zay Flowers, so Mark Andrews is probably gonna be Lamar's favorite target.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, actually. Yeah, I'll let you cook. I'm gonna stay with Andrews. I'm gonna stay with Andrews.
Okay.
See who you cut. But I got another one if you don't take him. And then
I think I know who you was thinking about.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And then for defense, Rolando McClain.
Like that. Like that
Yeah,
pick.
I think we'll go Rolando. I wanted to say Humphreys just because him and Pickens gonna be matched up, but I think Rolando, when he's flying around, obviously same, he's the heart of their defense. So
I like Kyle Hamilton too, even though he gets injured all the fucking time. But he's definitely raw as fuck. Not my pick though for my X factor. For the Ravens defense, I'm gonna go Kyle Van Noy on defense for X factor.
He be stepping up in the playoffs too.
Man, you know what I'm saying? He had a really good interview on a Pat McAfee show. I was like, I'm like, I fuck with this dude, man. Like, what of a dude. He ended up getting paid last week. The nigga fell down, got back up, and then still made the sack to get his extra bonus last week. So
nice.
Like, bro, I'm gonna have to go Kyle Van Noy on defense for X factor if he can get back there to get Russell Wilson punk ass on the ground. And then on offense for the Ravens, I'm gonna go Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's what he's thinking. Yeah, that's what he's thinking. It's no Zay Flowers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody got to step up.
And he be hella like up and down. You feel me? When he balling, they offense be moving, but then there's other times where he be on some like you just out there, bro, working on your cardio.
Rashad Bateman's interesting because you play prize picks. He usually has like a low average, like probably like 40, something like that. And if you ever notice with Lamar Jackson, when he's scrambling around back there and he's looking for somebody deep, it's usually Bateman that's like, you know what I'm saying, down the field, wide open 50 yards. So real good scramble quarterback or scramble wide receiver. Bet that over on Rashad Bateman today and give your boy 10% if you go ahead and get that win. For the Steelers, X factors on offense, I'm going to go with Najee. Definitely got to go with the game. You know what I'm saying? He ain't been doing too much.
That's the X factor of your fantasy team.
Bro. If he goes off, if he gets you like 20,
he good for sure.
If he gets you 15 and up in a fantasy week to week, you're probably gonna win because you know what I'm saying. He is for sure running back 2/running back 3 in fantasy terms. But if he goes off today, even though it's gonna be tough because the Ravens defense is really good versus the run. So if he's able to get off, at least get a touchdown, like 70 yards today, even like that would be good. I think that would be big for them to get the dub. And then on defense, boy, I'm making Fitzpatrick was really good. I'm gonna go. It's the obvious choice, bro. I'm gonna go Cam Hayward. Fuck it.
I
want to say everybody know TJ Watt's gonna get off. You know what I'm saying? Like TJ Watt is that dude, so that would be too easy of a pick. I'm gonna go Cam Hayward on the defense, trying to get some pass rush.
Cam Hayward leads the league and the passes batted down, so that's definitely a good pick right there.
I see you with stat knowledge. Now that is definitely who I'm looking for on defense to get off today. Plus, I've been watching the AFC North Hard Knocks, and that's it, bro. That's just been real good. If y'all ain't watched it yet, make sure y'all go ahead and check out that Hard Knocks AFC North. We need some money for plugging y'all. But his little brother's on the team. You know what I'm saying? He kind of. Do you think? First of all, do you know his brother's on the team?
Mm-hmm.
Plays special team. Do you see him? Second of all, do you see him as the Thanasis of the NFL?
Nah, because his brother actually be playing. Like I feel like
yeah. Well, he plays special teams.
He be playing
He did
tight
make
end
it.
too. I mean,
Oh,
he behind Pat.
okay.
Yeah, he
Like,
plays tight end
exactly.
too. He's
Yeah,
behind
yeah, yeah.
Fire Move, but he plays
Okay.
though. He does
Okay, so
actually
you would
play.
definitely still put him out there. Okay, not that bad.
Yeah.
Not that bad. I like that though.
Yeah.
So yeah, those would be my two playmakers, X factors. We went both sides for each of those games for today. Jalen Frey says I would take T.J. Watt over Nick Bosa. TJ is more consistent. I mean, that's easy for sure. He has more of a motor than Nick Bosa. I would say
TJ Watt is I don't know. He's like damn near better than JJ at this point. Like,
hold on. Okay. I gotta look at some. No. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm trying to pull up JJ Watt's accolades, and he was stopping whole games. Not to say that TJ Watt doesn't affect game and make game winning plays and shit, which he does, but JJ Watt was just going so crazy, bro. Like, why do you think TJ has passed his brother?
Because I feel like damn near every sack he gets is a forced fumble. Like JJ was always scoring though. I would give JJ that because like every time you look up, JJ Watt was going in the end zone. Like, how the fuck is you a DN always scoring? But TJ Watt already has 33 career forced fumbles, bro. Like, that is crazy. Like every time he gets the sack, bro, he's taking the ball, bro. He's already got 100 sacks. Like, yeah, I don't know, bro.
I'm trying to pull it up as well. I'm not mad at it because TJ Watt do be balling. I just remember them JJ Watt games, man. Niggas was going too crazy.
For sure. And he got hella defensive MVPs. And I think he was like in the regular MVP race at one point. But JJ Watt with a career sack total of 114. TJ already has 108.
100. He's gonna pass him. Already has more Pro Bowls than JJ, which is crazy. He has 6 Pro Bowls to JJ Watt's 5 Pro Bowls. We already said the sack numbers 114 to 108. That's gonna get passed. Yeah, and they both JJ Watt has 1, and then TJ Watt. They both are tied for defensive MVPs, though, right?
I think JJ might have 3.
Does he have 3?
I think JJ Watt has 3 defensive MVPs. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, he was in that little like you know what I'm saying, like mixed, like right after Ray Lewis and them and Ed Reed. So it wasn't really no other Patrick Willis, I guess, was in JJ Watt's era, but
yeah, he
still,
got
like
3-time defensive player of the year, 5 first team all pros. So, yeah.
He has more accolades, I would say, than TJ, but I'm low key with you off of the stats.
I mean, his career is done. TJ's ain't.
Yeah, that's just true.
TJ got how many every one of the years he want to play? 3, 4, 5. Like,
I would say JJ though, just because for impact at the defensive tackle spot is, you know what I'm saying, really hard for what he was doing, and TJ is more of an outside in, you know what I'm saying, edge rusher, where there's been like a ton of great edge rushers, and JJ Watt is like up there, probably over Warren Sapp at this point, I would say. Better defensive tackles, but that's a really good hit. I like that, bro. I like that. Rocking new era.
DJ,
Pat might not be wrong. Jalen Frey, Pat, not lying though. Everyone's with you. TJ over JJ.
JJ was a motherfucker though. That's
man. TJ's a motherfucker though. Like, man, that's all. Like, man, that's not mad at that. For this week, we're gonna be going over it real quick before we get up out of here. Just want to go with 3 teams that you have this weekend that could make a deep run in these playoffs and possibly go to the Super Bowl for this week. I have my 3 teams written down. Do you have your 3 teams, my friend? Put it in the chat as well.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go. Gonna go Commanders. I feel like if they win and the Packers win, they could possibly end up in the NFC Championship. So,
can they go to the Super Bowl? Either one of those teams.
Nah. I mean, I guess they can, but I don't see it. I think the Packers could go, actually.
Okay.
I think the Packers could go.
No Christian Watson, but they do got good defense. Josh Jacobs been going crazy. I can see that. Except for if they play the Lions did kind of get the best of them when they last played, but
they won by like 1 point.
It wasn't it. I thought the last game was a blowout with them.
Was the Packers? No, that was the Vikings.
Yeah, that was Packers for Vikings. Sorry. Yeah, that was Packers for Vikings. Excuse me. But yeah, okay, so they can get Detroit. I like the Packers. I like the Packers. And then your third team that could possibly make a deep run.
Commanders, Packers, or I'm gonna go Ravens, or maybe Steelers. The winner out of that game, I guess.
The Steelers can go deep.
If they beat the Ravens, I do, but I don't think they're gonna beat the Ravens. So. Yeah, but I mean, Ravens is the 3 seed compared to the Bills and the Chiefs, so I'm gonna say Ravens.
Can the Broncos go to the Super Bowl?
No.
Chargers?
Broncos are not winning.
Bo Nix. Hey, if they win this game tomorrow and we come back on Monday or Tuesday, I'll be talking shit.
Hey, please do.
Your MVP is done. You're done, brother. You cannot lose to the Broncos this weekend at the crib. That'd be crazy. I like those picks though. Commanders, Packers, and Ravens.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna go Ravens, Eagles. That's kind of an obvious.
Yeah, they are the number 2 seed, but
I know.
You're not wrong though.
I know. But that's why this wild card weekend shit. That's why it's like, bro, it's crazy. It's like, bro, the second seed is really fighting for their life this weekend. Right. I'm gonna stay on that one. I'm gonna get in the hype though here, and for my third pick, I'm just gonna make a case. Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, possibly.
Yeah.
Well, that would be. I don't think there's never been a rookie. I think that started in the Super Bowl, but they could possibly go, bro. They just been having a magical season, like a crazy ass magical season. You think they can beat the Lions? No. That's the only thing I think. I feel like they can get the Eagles just on some in-division type shit, but the Lions, I just feel like it would just be that would probably be the toughest one for them to get to the actual Super Bowl. But
yeah, they're not beating them, but they had a good one.
NFC Championship game will be big though. If you think Commanders, you already picked them, but you think the Commanders can get to the NFC Championship?
No, not really, because I feel like that's only if the Packers win and they win, because then they would go play the winner out of the Vikings and the Rams. Yep. And I think they'll do that. But if the Eagles win and then they have to go play the Lions next round, they're cooked.
No love for the Rams or Vikings going deep?
No, fuck no. I don't respect neither one of them teams. I knew the Rams would win our division. And they got offense, but who did they lose to? They lost to somebody that just pissed me off at the end of the year. So I was like, I lost all faith in them. Oh yeah, they lost to the fucking Seahawks, and then they only scored 12 points on us, and then 13 against the Cardinals, which they won both those games. But it's just y'all ain't watch out, bro.
I think y'all is. Rocking New Era for his teams has let's go Texans. Texans going deep. Ooh.
Oh, nice, but I don't even see them winning today, to be honest.
That's all I'm saying. I need them for your name, young man, to try and get this win today. But I have to. We both picked the Chargers for this game for today. Rocking New Era has the Bills taking it all. Ooh. That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
That'd be
definitely.
interesting. You think
Lamar Hamlin get him a ring?
I don't think they. Yeah, but I feel man, he would be for sure on that Disneyland shit. You know what I'm saying? He is getting used for sure.
Oh,
but that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I don't think the Bills. I got them below the Ravens and the Chiefs, so that'd be interesting though.
Respect.
1, 2, 3, 4 teams where we get by there for rocking the air. Chiefs, Eagles, Rams, Ravens. Rams at 3? But the Rams, they gonna have. I don't think they get past Minnesota.
Yeah, it's hard for me to think that at this point. And I don't believe in Minnesota.
I don't believe in Minnesota, but I think y'all think the Rams going.
Right.
They're gonna lose on Monday, so we will see what happens there. But
they didn't even really get their official home game because they got to play in Phoenix. So
yeah. Prayers out to everyone too in LA for the fires. Check on your peoples out there, man. Shit got kind of crazy this week, so hope everything's good. But we want to thank y'all for coming out for another episode of On Base Soil. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on your damn notifications so you know when your boys go live like today. We'll be back next week at some point in time, so make sure y'all go ahead and have the notifications turned on so we can talk this shit. My boy Pat, as always, last words.
Yeah, man, appreciate y'all coming through on this good Saturday morning. You feel me? Had to kick y'all off right. You feel me? Appreciate y'all. Love is love. Make sure y'all tap in with all the socials and all that good shit, man. Appreciate y'all once again.
Man, everyone enjoys the football. Have some fun.